in Brisbane, shout out in your comment box and let us know where you are.
Right.
I've got a question here from Jessica. Will there be a recording or PowerPoint, Manish?
I just hit the record button after you sent that message, so yes, there will be. Uh, this time at least.
Great.
Yeah. Cool. We'll go ahead and get started in just 2 or 3 more minutes as we wait for the last few people to join. Um, and then we'll go ahead and hit the start button in about 2 minutes. Are you ready in general, James? One.
I'm ready. Absolutely.
Cool. So the last few people get on here. And see a lot of people still joining right now, so we'll hang on.
Yeah, they're still starting to come in now. Welcome, everyone.
Welcome, Giancarlo and Jimmy, Nick. It's nice to see you on the line.
We've got John from Birmingham in the UK. Hi, John. Thanks for coming. Great to have you here.
Please do let us know in the comments if you're just joining right now. Let us know where you're calling from. We're going to be getting started in just a couple seconds. We'll get going in.
Yeah, they're starting to come in now, Manish.
Yeah, everyone always comes in just a few minutes late, right? We'll start going at 6:03. We'll go in 2.5 minutes.
Hello, Elliot Wilson from San Francisco. I know two people who are going to be in San Francisco in a few weeks.
It's me and James. It's going to be a fun time, my friend.
Big time.
Yep. Great.
We've got Rasul from Santa Monica. We've got Marcos from Mexico. We've got Lara from Severn. Where's that? What's MD? I'm no good with these
Maryland.
colors.
Maryland.
Maryland.
Yeah.
Hi, Lara. Thanks for joining us.
Seen from Ibiza. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. There's Jimmy Hunt, the great man from New Zealand. Jimmy's helped me out with some cool things to do with layout and design and everything. Jimmy, it must be no, it's okay. It's about 10 a.m. I think in New Zealand at the moment. Good to see you here, Jimmy. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome, guys. We're gonna get started in just 1 minute, letting the last
Yes,
people
Nick.
get on this call.
Yes, Nick, we can read that. We've got you there. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining.
Thanks for joining us. All right. I think that we should get started. James, are you ready to go? Is everybody ready to go?
I'm good, yeah.
All right. I guess we'll go ahead and start the presentation then. 3, 2, 1. All right. Hey, everybody. This is Manish Sethi, and today I'm here with James Swanwick and James Wedmore, and it's really great to see so many people here out today on an hour that is different for everybody, I guess. But it's really good to see that you could all make it out today. And I wanted to introduce James Wedmore, who will be here for the first time talking with you guys. Most of you know that my site is Hack the System, and most of you guys have seen it. And James Swanwick and I have been doing a few webinars these last few weeks where we've been talking with one another about the sort of things that we're doing, teaching people how to be productive or how to hack fame. And so today we wanted to bring in another expert to help us chat a little bit about things that we're not the best in the world at. So today we brought in James Wedmore. Hey, James.
Hey, Manish. I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah, James. Do you want to tell us really quickly a little bit about like what your YouTube background is and such?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my story in a nutshell was I was a bartender, and I got fired from being a bartender, and decided to actually go down the entrepreneurial path, and was always excited about how I could leverage those entrepreneurial ideas on the internet. So I created what I called an online bartending school back in about 2007, 2008, and had this idea of making millions selling stuff on the internet. But the fact of the matter was, I didn't make my first sale until I put a video up on a little site called YouTube.com, and that was about 2008. And like, the way I am is, as soon as I see something works, I just go full in. So I actually went to film school for college, so I had this film background. And fast forward to today, I've just been fortunate enough to teach YouTube and effective video marketing to small business owners all over the country, all over the world. I'm a founder of a program called Video Traffic Academy. We've had over 6,500 people go through that program. I was recently featured on, if you're familiar with it, a company called Creative Live. Not once but twice, where I was broadcast to over 44,000 people all over the world as they tuned into, as I taught a live workshop to people where we actually got them up and running. And most recently, I was on the news. That was actually like the coolest thing for me. I was on local Fox News and down in San Diego for some of the stuff I've done. So it's been an exciting journey, but at the end of the day, I'm a teacher at heart. So I love doing these webinars and sharing this stuff with people.
Great, thanks so much, James.
Yeah. So do you want me to just jump right in, guys, or
I think
do you have any house cleaning?
Yeah, Swano wanted to say one thing, and then I think
Cool.
You'll be up right away.
Awesome.
Yeah, for sure, guys. Just for everyone who's watching right now, James Wedmore really is the go-to guy for everything YouTube. Now, I've personally watched almost all of his videos at his website, jameswedmore.com, in which he teaches you how to create YouTube videos, how you can make them compelling, and most importantly, how you can use YouTube videos to grow your business and make money. And that's what we're all here for, right? We want to grow our business and make money. So, like I said, personally, I've applied James's teachings. I've created a YouTube channel. I filmed some videos, and I'm just days away from releasing them. I'm really excited about them, and I couldn't have done it without James being a mentor. And we all need mentors in life, right? People to show us the way. So when it comes to YouTube, James Wedmore is hands down the best mentor on planet Earth. So guys, shut down any distractions you have, grab a pen and paper. You will want to take notes. James is going to give you a ton of great content to help you. And without further ado, on behalf of Manish and I, here he is, the best YouTube mentor on planet Earth, James Wedmore.
Wow, awesome, James. I appreciate that. And Manish as well. Thank you. And obviously everyone here on the call today, I really appreciate you guys being here. To bring myself down a little bit, James said some nice things about me. There are these YouTube superstars with millions and billions of views. And that's great, and they're always going to have far more views than me and probably far more views than you. And I don't ever want to pretend or say that that's me. Where my distinction is how to use this platform, the world's third largest website, over 4 billion daily views, how to use it with your existing business, how to incorporate the strategies that I can share with you guys today and put that into your existing business. Not how to build a bunch of silly, goofy, funny videos, which if you want to do that, that's totally fine, but that's not the, today right here is not the place to do that. So this presentation is entitled How to Build an Unstoppable Brand on YouTube. And I'm excited because I actually used this presentation when I spoke recently at a event in San Diego called the Social Media Marketing World. And actually people had to pay $1,000 to be there. And you guys don't have to pay that, so that's really good. And the feedback from it was really cool, which I was really excited about as well. Give me a second because I got something popping up on my screen. There we go. So what was really cool because I was able to check in real time all the tweets from it. So you guys are in for a treat today. Some really cool stuff. Plus I added some bonus content that I didn't even do with that presentation, and it was because of that presentation I was grabbed and pulled aside and interviewed for the news down there. So really cool stuff that you guys are in a treat for. Now I started that presentation doing what I do on every webinar or any type of speaking event I do, and I asked two important questions, and I'm going to ask you guys these questions as well. Now the first question I asked the audience was, have you seen a YouTube video in the past 7 days? If you guys could use your chat box, the question box, so we can get engaged and turn this into a two-way conversation, that'd be amazing. I'd like to hear from you guys. Most of you guys are going to say the same answer, which is yes. Whether it was on your Facebook news feed, your mobile device, someone sent it to you in email, or you just spend hours and hours on YouTube like I do, we've probably all seen, yeah, someone even just, Ryan said not even an hour ago. It's kind of sad but true, and you know, my silly approximations was about 92.8% of this audience, about 150, 200 people, said yes to have seen a video in the past 7 days. That's a no-brainer. But I asked that for a reason, to set the stage for the second question. Have you uploaded a video to YouTube in the past 7 days? And I'd like you guys to answer honestly. Just put yes or no. I'm not going to call anyone out or make you feel guilty if the answer is no. But believe it or not, most people do say no. In fact, only 18.9723% actually admitted to saying yes, they've uploaded a video in the past 7 days. Now, I share this because the numbers are right in front of you. There's this glaring gap, or they like to call an opportunity for all of us, that what I've always heard about all these other social networking platforms is it just seems like everybody's talking and no one's listening. And I've kind of always experienced that as well, and kind of agree with that. YouTube is the opposite, where we are watching videos every day within the last hour on our mobile devices, desktop, etc. Yet so few of us are really willing to put ourselves out there and to create our own content. And the magical thing is that when you do, yes, you can get more traffic. Yes, you can build your list. You can grow your business. But there's another layer. There's another perk. There's another thing that gets me more excited than all that stuff combined. And it's really this hacking fame analogy that someone who puts all of their attention on you, audio, visual, kinesthetic, they're engaged in your video, even if it's only for 2 minutes or 3 minutes, there's a celebrity effect that takes place. You become the authority and they look up to you. And that rapport, that relationship that is built, you can't even put a price tag on that, because the amount of trust that they put into you, so that when you make an offer to that audience, you don't even have to be a good salesman or saleswoman at that point. They buy based on the relationship they have with you. We all know the basic cliche principle: we buy from who we know, like, and trust. Your YouTube videos will be doing that for you, building that rapport for you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So very exciting. That's the most important thing I like to share with you guys. Other phenomenal stats: 1 billion monthly users, 4 billion hours of video watched every single month, 72 hours of footage uploaded every minute of every day. That's huge. It's the second largest search engine behind Google, which is owned by Google, and it's the third most visited website in the world. But at the end of the day, with all these stats, I still have to ask, like, so what? Why does that even matter? The way we want to look at this for your business or for what you're doing is traffic. I like to say that any online marketing strategy really only needs two things. It needs traffic and conversions. You need to get people over to your community, your website, your blog, whatever, and then you need them to take action. So this whole YouTube thing takes care of half of the equation for you right here. But it's not just traffic, it's quality traffic. This image that you see here on the bottom of your page, this ugly little graph, was a little study done by a good friend of mine, Travis Campbell of themarketingprofessor.com. Basically, in a nutshell, I won't go into too detail with this, but he took a bunch of different traffic sources, the ones we're all familiar with: Twitter, Facebook, even Google, StumbleUpon, a couple others. I have no idea what Live Vendors and Daigo is, and YouTube. And he tracked the conversion rates, as in how many people opted in from those traffic sources, because not all traffic is created equal. And hands down, YouTube produced the highest quality traffic, or the warmest leads. In fact, as you can see on the screen, it says that YouTube had a 691% higher conversion rate than Google.com search result traffic, which is huge if you think about it. Like I said, if your videos are building this rapport 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, by the time they get to your website after they watched your video, they already know who you are, they already like you, they already trust you, and they're ready to take the next step.
Wait, sorry, James. If you don't mind me jumping in and asking questions.
No, it's fine. Go, please.
Are you serious? You're saying that basically, out of all the sources of traffic that came in, the highest opt-in rate was coming from YouTube videos? Because why do you think that is?
Because have you ever been to a website where you don't, sometimes you just don't even remember how you got there? You clicked a link somewhere, maybe someone tweeted it, and you find yourself there and you're like, what the heck am I doing here? What is this? The red flags kind of go off, the sirens in your head, those barriers kind of come up. Like, am I about to be scammed here? I see the long copy sales page that scrolls on for 10 minutes. If there is a buffer between that and you, which is a YouTube video, which what we'll talk about today is what you need to say in your video in order to create that buffer. What you're doing in the YouTube video is building rapport and delivering value. So if I put a 3-minute video up on YouTube and you like what I have to say, you go, okay, this stuff's good. I like this. It provides value. Okay, awesome. And then at the end of the video, I say, go to this website, go to this squeeze page, do this next step with me. You're only gonna go there if you already want to take the next step.
Okay. So is this converting to purchasing a product? Is this converting to signing up for something?
This specific study was done to list building, and they sent to a squeeze page or an opt-in page.
Okay, got it. Very cool. I had no idea. That's really cool information.
Oh yeah. So we don't want to just look at it as traffic, but definitely higher quality traffic because you're building the relationship on YouTube. Now, going back at those stats, there was something I pointed out, and I want to see if people caught this, is that YouTube is labeled as a search engine, and actually I see that's like the big thing that people don't really, at least business owners don't really comprehend, is what exactly YouTube is. They play, oh, it's just a place to put my videos up, and really it's a search engine, and this is where our entire strategy stems from. If we can start to understand that people are going to YouTube, not just Google, to find answers to their questions, like how to tie a tie is a great example. You can provide answers in a video format, and the more visual that answer is, the better. And that's basically what we'll be talking about. But here's a great example of this. This is a good friend of mine. This is Kristen Eckstein. She's a book marketing coach, so she helps authors write, publish, and market their books. And she just picked a keyword, write a book and get it published. This is something that we said, yeah, this is what people are searching for. This is what her ideal customer is searching for. And sure enough, within less than 2 weeks, she created a video. I mean, this is literally her being filmed by her husband on vacation on the beach in Florida. It was a crappy video. You could barely hear what she's saying. Yet in less than 2 weeks, we were able to get it ranked to the first spot on YouTube. Okay, so that's the first part. We'll come back and see what type of results that yields. But the most exciting part, and this is what should jazz everybody up, is that your YouTube videos have the possibility of getting ranked in Google as well. And you can see that same video for that same keyword got ranked on the first page of Google. So I followed up with Kristen and I said, you know, so what? You know, you got video here, you know, it's in Google, it's in YouTube, what type of results? And it was pretty exciting. She got 81 opt-ins in the first week. So she built her list with it, and then was able to convert one of those opt-ins into a high-end coaching client. And at the time when she sent me this follow-up, she's like, and I'm working on a few other leads as well. Well, her high-end coaching program is a $10,000 one-on-one VIP work with Kristen one-on-one thing. So fantastic. One video, able to generate all those leads and then convert into a nice, happy client for you. So that's really what we're looking at, and I want to be able to show you guys today how I do what I call video SEO, getting people ranked there. Another thing to look at, this is something I found on Forrester Research that says an index video stands about a 50 times greater chance of ranking on the first page of search results than any given textual page. So what does that jargon mean? It basically means if Manish writes a blog post on how to jump higher, it's just an article he wants to put on a blog, and I make a video on how to jump higher, right out of the gate, I got a 50 times greater chance of getting my video found in Google than his blog post does.
Is that true, James, because even though
Google,
you're white and white men can't jump? Is that still true?
So maybe not. So I'm at a few other disadvantages, but we'd probably choose a topic that I, that I would know a little something about to begin with. But fair enough. So here's an example for even a local person who's doing this. This is actually a real estate agent, and this guy, his name is Ian Watt, and he's up there in Vancouver, Canada. He has, I forgot what, I lost count. He has like 450, 500 videos on YouTube. And I'll tell you, the definition of insanity is putting 500 videos on YouTube and not seeing any results with that. And here's a great example of how you just type in something very specific, like Shangri-La Penthouse and his videos, which they're nothing to write home about. They're him talking on a little webcam or his iPhone while he's driving his car. Or I think he actually like pulls over to the side of the road to film them so he's safe. And they're like a minute long. But he's just getting a ton of very targeted traffic, and he's getting ranked inside of Google for it. Very cool stuff. This is Liz D'Alto, New York City-based fitness instructor, and I worked with her on this video. We chose a fantastic keyword, armpit fat. And if you go to YouTube or Google and you type in that term armpit fat, you're going to find her 3.5, 4-minute video on how to get rid of armpit fat. So that's kind of what we're going for. That's the goal, is that if you could get your content, your videos to be ranking at the top of YouTube and the top of Google, what would that mean for your business or whatever your goals are? It's, you know, more views, more traffic, and then obviously targeted traffic at that as well. I just keep going with these examples. See, even if I don't know how to jump higher than Manish, I don't know how to do kettlebells. I'm not a certified kettlebell expert. I never took a certification, yet I went onto my back porch, put on a goofy pink shirt, started swinging around these kettlebells, which are these like iron cannonballs with handles on them, and sure enough, my video ranks at the top. Not because I'm the best, not because I'm the expert at kettlebells or anything like that, but because I know how to get things ranked in Google and YouTube. So anything's possible. Now, I already introduced myself and all that stuff at the beginning of the call, so we won't go over this. But this was a picture taken by my mom when I was like literally living in my parents' basement in April 18, 2008. And this is when I sold my first copy of my online bartending course, which actually comes with a whole home study version as well. It basically was sitting online for about 6 months, like a ghost town, never making a single sale. And April 18th, I made that first sale. If you scroll down to the bottom of the order when it came in, how did you hear about us? YouTube.com. Now, here's the best part about that. Because there are going to be people on this call, and it's okay to admit that to you, that will never make a video or never go venture on YouTube because they say, I don't have the time. In fact, that's the biggest reason for everybody. There's no more technology things anymore. You don't have to be in front of the camera. There's a million ways to make videos without being in front of the camera. The big excuse people have is the time factor, and I totally get it. Here's the thing. I've made these bartending videos back, you could Google them and find them, back in 2008, years ago. I haven't touched them, and I haven't touched this product since, and it still brings me in sales from YouTube to this day. These videos are still ranked at the top of Google and YouTube 4 or 5 years later. They're still working for me. So are you willing to invest the time in something that can work for you for 3, 4, 5 years down the road, or however long YouTube decides to stay in business? And I think that's going to be a while. So hopefully you'll be able to get rid of that I don't have the time excuse, because I don't have the time either, but we find time for things that provide value to us in our business. When I did my Creative Live thing, once again, more proof that it just works. I've been doing this for a long time. One of our students live in the audience made a video while we did our Creative Live workshop, and she got hers ranked as well for a term, what is calculus, which is a pretty competitive term. So that's how we do it. That's how we build an unstoppable brand. But like, what are the specific steps to doing that? Like I kind of said at the beginning, this isn't really about creating viral videos or having the $1 million budgets or multi-million-dollar budgets of the big brands. You know, we've seen the classic Old Spice, and most recently, I love this, the Pepsi Max Jeff Gordon commercial. If you haven't seen those, you got to check those out. They're pretty hilarious. But really about doing this simple video SEO thing. So what I did for you guys is I kind of created this, because it can get complicated. It can be a lot of stuff, and people start to, you know, get confused because they think there's a lot of stuff they need to learn, and that's just really not the case. So I want to keep it as simple as possible. I just created this one sentence. It's one sentence that kind of encapsulates everything I teach and everything you need to be doing if what I've been describing is of interest to you. If this is what route you want to go down, if you want to be taking advantage of YouTube for whatever your goals are. So here's the sentence. So you want to write this down. Consistently create relevant and valuable video content with a compelling call to action. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a live example or a real example of a video I did that now has over 42,000 views, but it's gets me between 12 and 20 leads a day. So I get between 12 to 20 new opt-ins, email addresses, subscribers into my business each and every day from this one video. And it doesn't have millions of views. It's not some crazy number. In fact, 40,000 views after 6-8 months is really not a lot of views. I'm going to show you exactly how I do this so you guys can replicate it really easily. And we're going to break down this sentence for you. Consistently create relevant and valuable video content with a compelling call to action. So make sure to write that down because we're going to go over that now. We're starting with that first word, consistency, and this is like the least sexiest thing to share. I've got a lot of cool tips and tricks I'm going to be sharing with you guys, cool things that you can implement with past videos. If you've ever uploaded a video in the past, there's cool tricks you can do to, like, what I say, breathe life back into them so they can still work for you. But this is like the least sexiest thing I can share, but it's like the most proven. And it's the whole aspect of consistency, that consistency does breed momentum. The more videos you post and the more consistent you are with it, the more YouTube loves you. They want you to be like a TV show. Your favorite TV show comes on every Wednesday night at 7 o'clock. You know, you wait all week for it. You're there 30 minutes early and you sit through all the commercials and stuff like that, if it's your favorite TV show. So you want to look at it the same way. So every single week I post a video every Tuesday night or early Wednesday morning, and I've definitely seen bigger results. Here's the proof. This is the last 365 days of my view stats on my YouTube channel. You can see where it kind of flatlined, but in about, what was that, August of last year, I just said, you know what, I'm going to practice what I preach, and I'm actually going to be consistent. I'm going to upload at least one video a week. And you can see a dramatic increase, where I went from 20,000 views a month to 60,000. So tripled my views in a matter of a month or two because I just decided to be consistent. And we'll talk about some strategies on how to stay consistent. Like I said, it's the least sexiest thing, but it's one of the most important things. Then obviously the holidays came around. I got a little lazy, wanted to spend time with family and friends. You can see I had a dip. And then obviously I've started the new year being consistent again. So there really is proof that the consistency thing works. So that's it. That's basic. I want to move on though. I want to start getting into the real nitty-gritty stuff here. The second magical word here is relevant. Create relevant video content. Now, what do I mean by this word relevant? I don't necessarily mean topical or what's happening in the news or current events or anything like that. What I really mean is make sure that your content, that your videos are as relevant as possible to your audience. And you do that by answering the questions that your customers and potential customers have. And you do that in simple little videos, right? I'm going to share with you a great example in a second. But the big mistake people make is they just turn on the YouTube camera, or they turn on their camera and say, you know what, I'm just going to make a video about XYZ. And they put no thought into it other than this is what I want to make a video about. And I don't care what you want to make a video about. It's about what your customer and your ideal audience wants to see a video about. So I just did an interview with a student of mine, Antonio Centeno of Real Men, Real Style. In 1 year, he put 200 videos up on his channel and now has, I'm trying to remember, I think 4.3 million views, 56,000 subscribers. And each video is all based on style tips for men. He literally has a video that has 400,000 views, how to roll your sleeves. 3 ways that you can roll your sleeves on a shirt, and he has 400,000 views. All he did was he put up a little page on his website saying, what type of questions do you have that I can answer in a video? And when they ask him, he just turns it into a video. And he's like, it's the easiest thing in the world. And that's the exact same thing I did with royalty-free music. I kept getting the question, James, can you give me advice about royalty-free music? Where do I get royalty-free music? How do I use it? How do I know if I'm using the right stuff, et cetera, et cetera? So I finally said, all right, I need to make a video about royalty-free music. Now, if you guys are familiar, if not, write it down, with the Google Keyword Tool. This is a free tool. This is where we kind of have to pull the left brain stuff in and get a little techie, but this is a powerful tool that I use. It's totally free. You can literally just go to Google and type in Keyword Tool, and it allows you to see the search habits of everyone on Google, what they're searching in month after month. And I went there, and I just said, you know what, let's see how often royalty-free music is searched. Sure enough, 201,000 times a month. So obviously, it's a good keyword. There's a lot of searches. if you're looking through there, you're going to want to look for anything that has more than 10,000 searches a month. Okay, and we can answer any questions that you have specifics on that at the end of the webinar. But for all intents and purposes, so I don't like bore people with the techie details, you can use the Google Keyword Tool to find keyword suggestions for your next videos, and anything over 10,000 searches is going to be great. Some niches are going to have a different keyword range, but that's a good benchmark to start with. Okay, so I knew that this was a highly searched, high demand word, so I decided let's make a video about royalty-free music. Easy. Answered a couple questions about it. The video's, what is it? It's 3 minutes and 9 seconds long. Perfect. Then I upload it to YouTube. Now here's where the magic really comes in. Relevant means tell everyone, including YouTube and Google, what the video is about. So I did a few things. I optimized the title. Okay, this is like video SEO 101. If our keyword or our topic is royalty-free music, guess what? It goes right at the beginning of our video, or the title, excuse me. Royalty-free music for YouTube. So that's how you optimize the title. You put the keyword at the beginning. Then I optimize the description, which all it means is I treated it like a little mini blog post, and I write the keyword in there like twice, 2 or 3 times throughout. So what am I doing here? I'm telling YouTube and Google this is what my video is about, royalty-free music. Then the third thing is optimize the tags. Now you do that when you upload the video. It's pretty simple. You just type it in there, the little spot that says tags. Pretty self-explanatory. Now the fourth thing is optimize the transcript. Now this is huge because so many people do not do this, and it's so powerful. Now I'm not going to show you how to upload or optimize a transcript, because you can Google that and find a video for you in 2 seconds. My job here is to tell you what is important, what you need to be doing. And you need to have a transcript. What's a transcript? It's just the typewritten words of whatever the heck you said in your video, all on a TXT file, uploaded and synced with your YouTube video. Let me show you exactly why this is important. You might have remembered I talked a minute ago about that goofy video of me in the pink shirt swinging a kettlebell around. In the middle of that video, I say this random line. I say, I am passionate about kettlebells. And if you type that in to YouTube, my video comes up #1. I'm passionate about kettlebells. But it's not in the title. It's not in the description. It's nowhere else. It was only in the transcript. So basically, if you're picking up on this, YouTube and Google are reading every word of your video, every word of your transcript, and they're indexing all that content, so they really truly know exactly what your video is about. So if Manish is going to make his video how to jump higher, he's going to start the video by saying, hey, Manish here, and in this video I'm going to show you how to jump higher. Maybe 30 seconds go by and he goes, so if you want to know how to jump higher, here's another trick for you as well. Thank you for watching my video on how to jump higher. For more how to jump higher videos, click on my channel. Okay.
So James,
get the idea? You're saying your keyword in the video.
You're talking about just saying this audio, like through audio. You're not actually writing down this in the transcript. You're just saying this, and Google knows the words you're saying, and they're transcribing it.
Well, there's 2 parts to this. So Google or YouTube, excuse me, has this auto transcript software, but I don't trust it. It comes out like pretty bad. Mm-hmm. So we always have someone come in and manually do it. We found someone on Fiverr for $5 will transcript like 2 of our videos for us. But a lot of times we actually create scripts for our videos, so we already have the transcript, and I just have a virtual assistant upload it, and it replaces the one that YouTube did. So yeah, if you just say it in your video, if you say your keywords, say your topic, whatever you're doing your video on a couple times, once in the beginning, middle, and the end, you're letting YouTube know exactly what your video is about, and that gives it far more chances of getting ranked at the top of YouTube and Google. Did that make sense?
Yeah, James, that makes perfect sense. Absolutely. Thank you.
That makes sense to me, James.
Okay.
Yep, absolutely.
Cool. Okay. So there's that video, royalty-free music. I saw this video, the one that I said gets 12 to 20 leads a day. Awesome. Isn't even ranked at the top when you type it in. It's down there like #3. Okay. It's not even #2. So you don't even need to get the #1 spot, and you can still get a lot of views. But here's the cool thing. I'm also ranked for the keyword term copyright-free music. And if you can see how I did that, I put copyright-free in the title. So you can actually rank one video for multiple keywords. It's kind of an advanced strategy, but I want to show you guys that that is possible. I'm also ranked for royalty-free music for YouTube as well. And you can just see how I wrote it in the title. Now, here's where the whole proof is. You can go check the analytics of this video or any of your videos, and you can see exactly where the traffic comes from. Now, when I had 37,000 views, that's what this screenshot shows, 11,964 views came from people typing in royalty-free music. So let's think about that for a second. Those are 11,964 people that didn't already know me, who are searching for something very specific, and I'm providing that very specific thing through my video, and then obviously I give a call to action at the end that tells them what to do next. And then you can see over 6,000 views came from people typing in copyright-free music. So how do you get views? You just choose a great keyword or topic and get your video ranked at the top, because that's how new people are going to find you. So that's this whole being relevant component. Identify what your ideal customer is searching for, what they're typing in, what their questions are, what their problems are, and just create relevant videos that answer those questions and solve those problems. Okay, let's go back to our sentence. You're going to see this a few times as we go through it. Consistently create relevant, we got that part, and valuable video content. Now, some people could see this part of the presentation and just go like, you know, outsource for $5 a piece, like 10,000 videos, and put them all over YouTube in one day. And YouTube's pretty, and they will, you know, kind of flag you as a spam junk. And I've really truly seen that the more I spend on the quality of the content and the value I deliver, the greater the results. So it's not necessarily about quantity as it is about quality, or at least a good two. So this whole section is all about creating videos of high value for the end user. And what I like to say is each video is kind of a mini transformation. You just teach one thing. You don't teach the 7 steps to success, or, you know, how to be a multimillionaire in 3 minutes or less. You just teach one thing, like how to be more productive, how to jump higher, how to do this one thing that people are searching for. Okay, like I said, a mini transformation. So these are the things, what I'm about to post right here, these are the things that YouTube looks for. Do people stay to the end of your videos? Do they rate your videos? Do they comment on your videos? And do they leave video responses? These things matter. So I don't say keep your videos short. I like to say keep your videos concise. Long videos are fine, but if people are dropping off your videos after 5 seconds because it's a bad video, YouTube is going to see that, and they're not going to highlight your video. They're not going to promote it. They're not going to show it to other people. They're going to rank you down. If there's little or no engagement on your video, like people aren't commenting, rating, subscribing, etc., that's like a red flag for YouTube. So what I do in every video, and this is so easy to do, you just ask people to do those things. Hey, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure to do that. Oh, if you really like this video, make sure to thumbs up it below. Every time I do that, I see a dramatic increase of that engagement, and that's truly what YouTube wants. If we want to play with their rules, you got to do these type of things. But ultimately, it comes down to one little question. What does your customer, what does your ideal audience, what does that ideal viewer truly want to see in a video? And they'll tell you in your emails, on social media, and in the comments of your other videos. Recently, we created a video saying, hey guys, leave a comment below telling me what you want to see a video about. We had over 200 comments in 48 hours. I now have videos for the rest of the year. You don't even have to think about that part. People are willing to tell you right away. So I kind of mentioned it a second ago when I was talking with Manish, but I script my videos. I'm always looking for ways to get better at them, and for me, that comes down to scripting. For you, maybe just a simple outline, maybe just some bullet points. But the more I take the time to plan, prep, and prepare a video, the better results I get, because it's concise, for one. not short, not long, but concise. I don't ramble. I don't take forever explaining something. I don't go off on tangents. I'm just to the point. I get them in and I get them out. Okay. It allows me to be visual, which is what you guys want. I gave you the example, how to tie a tie. If you were to go Google how to tie a tie, you're going to get a video at the top of the page, and that video has over 11 million views. Why? Because people don't want an article on how to tie a tie. They want a video. And yeah, it doesn't hurt that the video is a thumbnail of a attractive young woman with a tie around her neck. But regardless, people need visual demonstrations on YouTube. That's why they're there. So what kind of videos can you make? The gentleman I gave you, Antonio, with the Real Men, Real Style, all his videos are like how to roll up your sleeves, what type of sports coats to wear, what type of shirts to wear, how to comb your hair. I mean, ridiculous stuff like that, but they're very visual videos, not just someone talking your ear off for 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, that's what YouTube's for. Being conversational, you're not a public speaker, you're not speaking to an audience of 1 million, you're speaking to one person. Rarely is there like 10 people ever going to be huddled around their computer watching you. It's normally just one person sitting down in front of their laptop or their computer watching you at a time. So the more it's just a you and I conversation, one-on-one, the more you have the ability to engage and connect. And that's so darn important. And then I always do things like teasing and foreshadowing. I'm always letting people know about what's coming next, what they're going to learn in this video, and what they're going to learn in future videos. I even have an example of that for you of how I do that. Here's a little line here. In this video, I'm going to share something super cool and awesome, like how to jump higher. That's our example of the day. But first, I have a question for you. You know, so I'll say, you're going to learn about this in a minute, but first that. Okay? Things like that, people call them opening and closing loops. This is going to keep your audience engaged and staying on there. So once again, this video of the royalty-free music, and yes, what an awkward screenshot. Basically, I just demonstrated examples of good music and bad music and how to use it. So it was a very visual demanding topic. Here's how to use it the right way. Here's how to use it the bad way. Here's good music. Here's bad music. Stuff like that. Here's the level it should be at. Stuff like that. Okay. So that became stuff. Oh, people needed to know that, and they needed to experience it through video. So pretty easy. I mean, we could talk about that forever, but it's just focus on the end user and what they truly want and provide 100% value. Some people get really nervous about, I don't want to give away the farm in my videos because I still want to be able to sell them something or take them through the next steps. And that's just like a limited mindset, you know, belief system. I'm all about like, don't hold anything back, provide 110% value, and you'll see the results. Because so few people are willing to do that, so just do it. All right, we're going to end the sentence with ultimately the most important part, and that's your call to action. We're not just making videos, at least most of us here aren't just making videos just for making videos. We should have an intention or a goal or some sort of result that we want to accomplish, something that's measurable. So that starts with a call to action. That's telling people what to do after your videos end. So I like to say inspire your viewers to take action and then get them the heck off of YouTube. If you keep them on YouTube, they're going to get distracted, they're going to watch somebody else's video, and they're going to forget all about you. So really at the end of your video, it's get them off of YouTube. Here's kind of a 3-step strategy. So if you guys could write this down, these are three things you need to do to have a call to action at the end of your video. You tell them what to do, why to do it, and how to do it. So let me give you a good example. If we're offering, I'll give you what I do. This is exactly what I do, and then we can see if there's another one that we can give an example for. So I'll teach like a YouTube tip or a video, how to make a video tip, and then what I want to do is I want to get people subscribed and opt into my list. So here's what I do. I say something at the end of my video like, thank you so much for watching this video on on the basics of making a video. Now, to learn how to get real results on YouTube with simple little videos like this one, I've put together a 3-part video series entitled How to Get More Results on YouTube or something like that, and you can get that absolutely free. All you need to do is click the link below this video, and I'll send that video series to you Absolutely free. Go ahead, click that link now, and I'll see you on the next page. Yeah, I just made that up off the top of my head. Pretty self-explanatory, but I told them what to do, which is to get my free video series. I told them why to do it. You know, you're going to get more results, you're going to get benefit, outcome, etc., and how to do it. I think that's the thing that people totally forget. How to do it is as simple as saying, click the link below. And in a second, I'll show you an even cooler trick. I even point down the screen. That's that little screenshot of me. Here's what I did to give you even another example. Here's what I did in the royalty-free music example. If they just watch a 3-minute video about royalty-free music, at the end of the video, I gave them a link to get 5 royalty-free soundtrack songs absolutely free. I told them how you could save money because each song is like 10, 20 bucks, and I have master resale rights to this music so they could get it free. So it was basically like, to save money and to get your hands on 5 songs that I personally use in my videos, simply click the link below, and I'll hand you those songs so you can download them immediately. Go ahead, click that link below, and I'll see you on the next page. Okay? So pretty darn simple. Now here's something really cool, because this was a test I did recently that yielded about, well, I think it came down, it was about 37% conversion rate originally, but the click-through rate dropped down after about a week or two. It kind of levels out to about 32.5%. And what this is measuring is how many views become traffic. So between 30 and 40% of your views can actually result into unique visitors to your website. That's huge. That's amazing if you think about that. And here's what I did to do that. A few little different things. Did what I told you already, tell them what to do, why to do it, and how to do it. Now, obviously, you say it, right? That's kind of no-brainer. But I had a graphic in the video. As you can see here, it was like this pink box that said YouTube channel checklist. And I pointed at it, and then obviously have something like a graphic to point at. And then you use something. I want to make sure you guys write this down. This is an external link annotation. So most channels now, I'm saying most, not all of them, have this super cool option where now you can put an annotation in your video, a button in your video where people can click inside your video and go straight to your website. That's huge. That's literally like tripling the conversion rates, the click-through rates that people used to have. So if you have this function, you have to check your YouTube channel. It's called the external link annotation. I have a video about it on YouTube. You can research it later. But now you can make your future videos where you're like, hey, click this button on my shirt, or click my head right now, click my hand, and you can go download this free report, this free video, this free whatever. And that's going to drastically increase your click-through rate. So that's huge, because that's what we're trying to do. We want to get them off of YouTube. We want to get them back to your website, and you got to have a good reason to do that. Another fun little thing I'm just going to throw in here for you guys, I use something called the video directory. It's hard to show this on a webinar, so bear with me, but at the end of every video, I include bloopers to my videos, and we won't get into that too much today, but like that's huge. What that's people come back to all my videos in the future and like every week waiting to see the bloopers of that week. And they say that's their favorite part, and that's really is like they want to laugh, they want to have fun, they want to be entertained as well as informed. And truly, what I think the bloopers add is this element of realness to you, that you don't take things too seriously, you're having fun with this, you're enjoying it, you're a real person, and you make mistakes. Now, I did have someone on a webinar once who runs a mortuary and asked if he should have bloopers in his video. And I told him no. So the bloopers isn't going to be for everyone, but for most of us we can. But I put them in this thing called a video directory, where the video's on the left, but then over on the right there's a few other options or buttons for stuff they can do. They can subscribe to my channel, and they can download my latest free gift or free report. And I just this is just a graphic. I just had a graphic designer design this, and I put it in my editing software, and it was pretty darn simple. So that's a video directory. And what I want to do is pull back and give you the funnel and the strategy that I used to get these 12 to 20 leads a day, because that should be the thing that we are most excited about, is getting people off of YouTube, getting them to be subscribers or leads, or take the next step with us so we can build a community with these people off of YouTube. So the first step, which I've been sharing, is putting a YouTube video out. And you can see this is the whole section in red up at the top. That video should have primarily two things, right? It's keyword relevant, which we've talked about, and it has a call to action. And my call to action is download 5 royalty-free music songs. Okay. The second step is this blue phase, and that's my lead capture page. So I send them to a page where they have to opt in, subscribe, or submit their name and email address, and in exchange, they'll get their 5 royalty-free songs from me. So I get the lead, they get the free songs. Here's where the magic comes in, which I get excited about, so you guys should as well. On the thank you page, they're going to get their songs. They're going to get the 5 songs. They're going to get the gift that I promised them. But after they download their songs, I have a video on there that says, hey, here's your 5 songs. As promised, here they are. You can download them. But real quick, while I have you here, I've actually put together 5 additional songs, and I want to give you those for free as well. All you need in order to get those, all you need to do is click this little tweet button. You can see it on your screen right now. That will unlock 5 additional songs. So this is a little plugin called Tweet to Unlock. You can write that down, Tweet to Unlock. But what it does is it has them send out a tweet to their followers with a link back to my YouTube video, which A, sends more traffic because people are promoting my video for me, but B, looks really good in YouTube's eyes because people keep sharing this video, which is definitely something YouTube likes. So if we go back to our stats, it's not a crazy number, it's not huge, but 1,300 of those views have come from people tweeting, just adding that extra little step. And those are 1,300 people that wouldn't have seen my video or wouldn't have gone through my whole funnel or process, just because I added that extra step, which is super easy to set up. The software is called Tweet to Unlock. There's a lot of them. You can type in share to unlock and do all kinds of different ones. There's a million that exist. You just got to pick one that works for you. So pretty cool. That's a pretty basic strategy. I have to help you with the part that I've kind of is like the big elephant in the room, is like making videos. If there's people here that have never made a video, or they're just, that seems like the big hurdle for them, I'm going to give you a little bit of a process map that I use for step-by-step video creation. So this will help you guys as well. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm being totally transparent, is that I don't make 99% of my videos anymore. I hired a local editor in Craigslist. Found him for 15 bucks an hour, and he does all my stuff for me, and it was absolutely amazing. So step 1 for making your videos, always start with the keyword or the topic. So I'll sit down there with a piece of paper, or actually we use like Basecamp or Google Docs, write down like 30 topics for 30 videos. Those keywords, those topics, those are your next 30 videos. You already know exactly what you're going to make your video on based off of those keywords. Then we'll go in and we'll script the videos, whether it's a simple outline or a word-for-word script. It's just up to you. It's how you want to do that. And then, like I said, I really recommend hiring someone, even if it's friend, family member, little Billy down the street, you know, that 12-year-old kid that knows everything about technology. Don't try and do this all alone, because it's just way too tough and overwhelming. Especially if you want to be in front of a camera, you just can't do it all. You need someone to help you, and you don't really have to even pay anyone. Just call in a favor. Biggest secret to doing this and doing it efficiently is batching. B-A-T-C-H-I-N-G, batching. So we schedule a film day. In fact, I have one this Friday where the cameraman, or if it's you and you just want to put it on the tripod, whatever, you just block out a whole day, no distractions. You get in front of the camera and you just start churning and burning. You just start going through these videos, and what you will experience is you get better and better. You warm up, you mess up less, you get rid of those ums and ahs, you get more confident, you come up with more ideas, you just get more polished. You get more experience under your belt as well. So if you can have a day or two where all you're doing is making videos for like the rest of the year, you're going to save so much time. And that's how Antonio with Real Men Real Style was able to do 200 videos in just 1 year and get 5.3 million views, 56,000 subscribers. Now, editing will be the bottleneck. Editing will be the slowest part. So everyone who just said, I don't have the time, really where it comes down to is the editing. That's going to be the slowest part. So if you have an editor, if you have someone who can do this for you, you are light years ahead of everybody else. And out of all the years of doing this, like, this is the biggest piece of advice I could give, is just don't try and edit all this stuff yourself. Even if you're just starting out, find someone who can help you and do this for you, because it will take a lot of time, or more time than it needs to, especially if you're trying to learn editing. Okay. And then, like I said, treat it like a TV show. You want to optimize and broadcast 1 video per week is a great goal. If you can't do that, once every other week or once a month, but being consistent is powerful. Some people go, well, I want to do 1 a day. You're probably biting off more than you can chew. I would not commit to something like that, at least at first, okay? So there's a simple little step-by-step video creation process, and there is your sentence again. So hopefully you guys wrote this down. Consistently create relevant and valuable video content with a compelling call to action. I know you guys probably have questions like, what kind of camera do you use? Where do you film? What about backdrops, green screens, lighting, audio, all that type of stuff. I do have a program and a course that teaches all this stuff, and I'll introduce it in a second, but I'll tell you this right now. That stuff is not nearly as important as having the right strategy. And my goal today, and we're just getting to the top of the hour, most important thing I could do today is to give you guys a very specific direction on how to be using YouTube effectively, and this is it. I've been doing this for far too long now, and this is really all you need. You can film with your iPhone, you can film with any camera, and it's going to be good enough to get started. I guarantee you that. So that kind of comes to this whole myth that most people have, or business owners that I've worked with have, about YouTube, where they spend all their time making the video look awesome. They put the production into it, spend way too much time focusing on that, and then they put it up on YouTube and walk away. And they really think their job is done as soon as they've uploaded the video. And if you have any marketing or online entrepreneurial experience, you know that this is false. This is where our job is just beginning. And this is really where I want to be able to come in and help you guys and really reverse engineer, hack, and optimize YouTube so that your videos are the ones that are at the top of YouTube. Yours are the ones getting the views, staying there, and ultimately getting ranked in Google, because that's when you've hit the mother load. So I put together a program. It was actually about 2 years ago, and we just updated it recently, called Video Traffic Academy. It's a ton of video training, but I like to boil it down into as simple as possible roadmap. And here it is. It's a simple step-by-step process that we put on basically 2 little infographics. The one on the left is how to effectively upload a video to YouTube based off of your keywords and how to optimize the title, description, etc. The one on the right is called the Video Aftermath. It's called that because it's everything you do after you upload your video. And it's 17 different strategies or action items that you can do to basically guarantee top ranking on YouTube and Google, because that's really all you should be caring about. Now here's the coolest thing, and I like sharing this. This is from Marlene Halema. It's a student of ours who does what I used to do and most of us do. They go through a presentation like this and they're like, okay, I got it, I got the information, I'm going to go and I'm going to do it. And she actually was putting up videos for before she went through this training, and you can kind of see it was kind of flatlined. Yet she went through VTA and her views, obviously, that's why it's just such a visual graphic, they obviously spiked. Now, the reason I show this, and this is really important, is that when she joined VTA to get all these additional views, A, she wasn't using any like hacked software and like fake views that she bought. And B, she wasn't putting up more videos. She wasn't working any harder. She actually went back to her old videos, the videos that were already up there that had been there for a year, and she just re-optimized them for better keywords and made sure that she did all the steps that we teach in the Video Aftermath. And now those old videos were able to work for her and get her views, which is why she saw such a dramatic increase. And most of us have uploaded at least one video to YouTube, and it's probably sitting there collecting dust. So the good news is you can breathe life back into them. So if you guys don't mind, I'd like to take a moment, kind of introduce you to this product. This is Video Traffic Academy 2.0. We've updated it for all the new changes and fun stuff that YouTube has done to shake up the system. And basically, this is going to show you how to take videos and turn them into traffic while also building an online brand that can lead to more leads, emails, and sales in your business. And like I said, we've had over 6,500 people go through this program. In a nutshell, it's divided into 5 modules of video training. So I'll just go through them really quickly so you can kind of see what you're getting yourself into. From module 1, we just give you the foundation and the strategy. We help you find the keywords and the topics using powerful keyword finding tools so you know exactly what to make videos about and what keywords and topics you should be avoiding. Module 2 is all about what I like to say your right brain creative strategy. Depending on what niche you're in or what business you're in or who your audience is will really depend on what type of videos you make. And there's some key distinctions there. Now, all the questions you have about editing, video, software, hardware, audio, mics, lighting, blah, 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 all that stuff that is overwhelming to most, we teach that all in Module 3. And that's creating killer videos. That's the how-to of making the video. Now it's Module 4 and Module 5, which is where this is getting really cool. Module 4 is how to optimize your video when you upload it. And Module 5 is everything you do after you upload it, as we call the video aftermath. So there's a lot of really cool stuff we do, like getting your videos embedded on their site, social bookmarking, backlinking, video responses, using some cool playlists, video playlist strategies that work, and a bunch of other cool little ninja tactics that I've learned over the past like 5 years of doing this. Ton of stuff there for you, but I've also got some bonuses. We've included a video resource library, so we actually have royalty-free music for you. There's like 50 songs in there, templates, backgrounds, animated little bumpers that you can put at the beginning and the end of your videos for branding, stuff like that. You can put a little animated pin it button in your video, and like stuff like that is really cool. If you don't want to be making the videos yourself, which you shouldn't, we have an entire guide to outsourcing, how to find people on a shoestring budget to actually make your videos and edit them for you. And if there's anyone out there that doesn't want to be on camera, which tends to be a lot of our students, they don't want to be on camera, I totally get that. We have 8 different types of videos or styles of videos that still work and work really well without you being on camera. We call them faceless video strategies. And then obviously the process map. So there's a ton of stuff here, guys, and I know it might be a little overwhelming, but it really is designed to be the most comprehensive program that you'll ever experience on YouTube marketing for business owners and for entrepreneurs. Here was a comment. I just got this recently on my YouTube channel, which I thought was nice, but it says, "This is the best course I've ever taken. I've achieved #1 in my keywords in less than a day and sometimes in less than an hour following James's formula. It's foolproof and the course is so darn cheap. I can't even believe it." And they actually go on to talk about these like $2,000 courses that are out there. It is cheap. We keep the course inexpensive. In fact, when I launched it about 1.5 to 2 years ago, the 1.0 version, and sold it for $100, $97. And then back a couple months ago, my business partner and I decided, let's revamp it. Let's add new content, new training, new bonuses, make sure it's up to date for all the YouTube stuff that's changed, and sell it as Video Traffic Academy 2.0, which is what you're looking at right here. So when we launched 2.0, did we raise the price, increase the value, or anything like that? No, we kept the price the same. It's still just $97. And it's not $97 per module. It's not $97 a month. It's nothing like that. It's literally a one-time payment, lifetime access. And you guys can sign up. There's the link down there at the bottom of your screen. And hopefully Manish or James can actually type that in the chat box. I know it's kind of a weird thing. It's a longer link. It's actually videotrafficacademy.com. I apologize. So let me fix that right now. See, even I messed that up, guys.
I'll try to type it in for you right now in the chat box.
Cool. So videotrafficacademy.com/JSVIP. Okay,
I
and
just
that's
sent
going
it in
to
the
take.
chat box to everybody. So everybody, if you look down at your chat box window on the bottom of your screen, you'll be able to see the link that I just sent out.
Cool. Thanks, Manish. Now, one of the things that I get really excited about this program, I want to take a minute to talk about it, is that we have a private group for you guys when you sign up. And I think this is so important because you can take all the training in the world and you go through anything you want, but without that live support of other people like myself who've traversed upon the path that you're currently on, to give you the advice, the support, the feedback, that's absolutely invaluable, and that's what we've kind of fostered here. This amazing community of really smart people that are using video in several different ways that are like 10 times smarter than me. And to be honest with you, I don't offer any coaching or one-on-one stuff in anywhere else in my business, but I'm here in this group every single day. And you guys get access to that as well. That isn't an additional cost. That isn't anything like that. So when you guys sign up, you get the private group on Facebook as well. Let's see. I'm going to change to that link. And sorry, guys, I had a typo. In case you're wondering about a guarantee, yep, there's always a guarantee. You guys have 60 days to try out the course, honestly, even if you take it longer than that, and you're not happy with it, we have a support team standing by, so I don't even see the email, so I wouldn't get offended or upset. But we have a support team that works for us 24/7, and they're absolutely amazing and very helpful. So if you decide this is not right for you, it wasn't what you expected, or anything like that, everything we run is through a company called ClickBank.com, so your order is completely safe and secure, and there's literally no risk in signing up. And you got 60 days to check it out. Here, this is a great comment. This is from one of our customers. He says, "I'm happy to be in the group. When I got here, backing them up on their money back guarantee, I knew everything. But after getting into the course, I realized I didn't know much on the subject. I was smiling from ear to ear as I watched the course and couldn't wait to take action on what I learned. Why spend money on something if you aren't going to use it?" That's from John Pullum. Well, so I just want to recap everything for you guys, and then we'll get because the Q&A is my favorite part. Everything you're getting, the 5 modules plus a ton of these bonuses, all available to you online through digital video training. We have the transcripts and cliff notes and audio downloads as well for $97. I'm going to go ahead a quick bonus for you guys. Back in January, I did a little fun affiliate promo video on YouTube and promoted another person's product, a piece of software, and generated $4,939.51, and that was in like 8 or 9 days. And all I did was put 2 videos up on YouTube, and I reverse engineered that whole video campaign and how I did that. If you guys sign up today while you're hanging out with us on this webinar, I want to make sure you guys get that absolutely free as well as my fast-acting bonus to you guys. So you know what to do. Links at the bottom, and I believe Manish put it in the chat box for you guys. So I'm going to take a sip of water, but you guys love to answer those questions you guys have.
Sure, guys. So go ahead and type your questions into the question box, and James will answer it as best he can, or I will as best I can. Thanks a lot so much, James, for helping us out so far with this interview. This is actually a lot of really interesting content that I really need to start doing with my YouTube channel. Just yesterday, I was having a meeting with a couple of TV representatives in New York City, and they said like they were giving me some advice on going from my YouTube channel to building a TV show. And the problem is consistency in my channel is not as good as it should be. And I'm starting to notice that like the best channels that I've seen are really doing this sort of stuff that you recommend. The idea of releasing a video 1 a week, keeping the niche, keeping your category the same sort of concept every single week, and making sure that you answer your viewers' questions. And it's really, really powerful to see the sort of results that you've had in your presentation.
Yeah, and it's it's simple stuff. Like being consistent is simple, but it's learning ways that you can actually be effectively consistent without it like burning you out or overwhelming you. That's like the real trick there,
Guys, James Swanwick here. James Wedmore, thank you so much for that. Really appreciate that. I've got a couple of questions just before we read some of the questions from some of our viewers. Just before we get to my questions, though, guys, get over to www.videotrafficacademy.com/JSVIP and grab that great course from James Wedmore, the Video Traffic Academy. And you've got that great bonus there from James as well. www.videotrafficacademy.com/JSVIP. James, I wanted to ask you a couple quick questions. You were saying before that it's very important to give a call to action at the end of the video that you make. You script the video, you record it, and at the end you want them to either subscribe to your YouTube channel, or you want them to like your video, or you want them to leave a comment, or you also said you want to get them the hell off YouTube quickly and over to your website. So my question is, which of those four things should I be choosing, to get them to do first? Because wouldn't it get a little bit confusing if you're saying, all right, I want you to like my channel, I want you to subscribe to my channel, I want you to leave a comment, and I want you to leave this video right away and go over to my Squeeze page and type in your email address. So which of those is...
Yeah, no, that's a really good question. So I really don't try and do all four all at once, and sometimes I don't do for one. Here's the best way to do that. Knowing this, that people can subscribe to your channel and thumbs up a video without it affecting the video. In other words, if you click subscribe to my channel while you're watching a video, it doesn't it doesn't stop the video, it doesn't take them off of YouTube or anything like that. So I will throw in some of these sometimes at the beginning, within the first 30 seconds. Sometimes I'll just put an annotation there, I'll say something in the video or do something silly, and I'll be like, if you like that, thumbs up this video, stuff like that. And it usually is just an annotation, so you don't even have to say it. Sometimes I'll say subscribe somewhere in the middle of the video if you're not, or at the beginning, hey, this is the first part of a 3-part series on how to be more productive in your daily routine. So if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe. Now, today's tip is all about blah blah blah, but I always the most important thing, if we have an actual strategy and we know what we're trying to do in our business, is to have that call to action at the end. And that I always give priority number 1 to. And that call to action should be 9 times out of 10 to get them to opt in, subscribe, or go to get, wherever that next step in your funnel is. So that always takes precedence for me over a subscribe or a like or a comment or something like that. So hopefully that clarifies it. I just prioritize. I don't try and do them all at once. Call to action is powerful because it's just one thing you want them to do.
Absolutely, but you're suggesting that you can ask them to subscribe and like the video during the video, a couple of minutes into a 4-minute video, and you don't even have to say it.
You could literally go back to every past video and add an annotation somewhere in the middle or the first third and say if you like this, make sure to subscribe. I've got more videos coming out soon. Or videos every Wednesday, make sure to subscribe. Don't miss a single one. Something like that.
Yeah, great. Just one more question as well. You were talking about the length of videos, James. For example, I was thinking of writing or scripting a YouTube video and making it 10 tips to doing something, or 10 secrets to, etc., etc., etc. But then I thought, well, if I do 10 tips, that's actually going to take quite long. It might take, say, 8 minutes, maybe 7, 8, or 9 minutes. Or if I cut it in half to 5 tips to doing something, that would clearly only take 3 or 4 minutes. You were saying before, can they be too long? Yes, they can, as long as it's compelling content. In that scenario, would you suggest that I do just a 5 tips to something or a 10 tips to something?
I think the number 10 I've done a 10 for 10 tools or software that I use in my business, and it was I just listed them out and said a one sentence description. I was like, number 10 is Aweber, number 9 is GoToWebinar, and I just listed out. But I think 10, as far as a teaching number, is a little high for a YouTube video.
Okay.
So a creative way to do that would be to create a part 1, part 2 of the video. And
Yeah.
what that does is it doubles your view count, because if people liked the first one, they're going to watch the second one. And you could have them come out like live, like Monday is this one, Tuesday is that one, or it's this Monday and then next Monday the part 2 is out, or something like that. Um, and you just connect them with, can go back and forth to the 2 of them.
Clever.
Great.
Yeah.
So maybe we should move on and answer a few questions from some people in the audience.
Let's do it.
James, do you prefer us to read you the questions, or do you want to?
Yeah, please. Read the questions to me. That's great.
Okay, cool. So I wanted to ask. So I have a question from somebody that's about the niche I'm considering. Shannon asks, the niche I'm considering going into is problematizing media, advertising social justice related petitions. Is this going to be more or less difficult to get views? What do you think? That's kind of a difficult question.
That's a hard question. I can't answer the question. All I can do is answer how you can come up with the answer to that question. The first thing is always see if there's other people in your industry or on YouTube doing similar things. Okay, so are there other YouTube channels or experts or blogs doing not necessarily the exact same thing? Maybe you have a different angle, a different hook, a different viewpoint, but does it overlap a good majority as to what you want to be doing? And if you can't find anyone else doing something, that's a big red flag. See, a lot of people go, "Ooh, no one's doing this yet, so I should be the first one to jump on it." And I'm rarely that approach, because competitors will show proof that this already works, and that all you need to do is come in the market from a different angle, a different hook. The next step I would do is spend some time in these keyword tools like the Google keyword tool, and do the due diligence and search. Are people looking for this type of stuff? What type of questions would someone have, and do they type those questions into Google? That's going to be a huge indicator. So it really starts by taking some time to just do the market research.
Great. It's really cool to see a lot of people actually jumping on this offer, especially in the last minute while the fast acting bonus is around. But I'm seeing Razul Davis saying, "I just got mine for that price. It's ridiculous not to go through it. There's no way that I can go through all that info and not get at least $100 of value out of it. Even this webinar itself was worth that much." Thank you.
Yeah, I
so
see
much for saying
Amar
that.
Khwaja also purchased it there, Manish. So congratulations to you guys.
Congratulations.
See a couple of other people also grabbed it as well. So guys, get over to www.videotrafficacademy.com/JSVIP and grab Video Traffic Academy by YouTube mentor James Wedmore.
Definitely. So I have another question here that's about it's about the product itself. Is it a digital or a physical copy?
Yeah, it's all digital. We debated whether or not to make this a physical thing, but at the end of the day, if YouTube comes out with some brand new change or algorithm switch, or I find a new cool strategy, I'm not going to ship everyone a DVD to their house updating them. So we just keep the membership site, the protected members area online, up to date and relevant with new content. So it's all digital, it's all online, and you have lifetime access to that even as we update it.
James, one of the funniest things I've noticed about a lot of these courses is that the biggest value comes in these private Facebook groups. Like the sort of magical power that you get when you connect yourself with a bunch of people who are doing the same thing that you're doing, watching the same videos you're watching, and helping out the same people that you are helping out. Like that sort of inertia is pretty much incredible. So like I think a lot of value from this course will probably come from that Facebook group. Have you seen that happening quite a bit?
Not only that, yes, but we have people that, this is the smartest thing I suggest you do, is when you come out with that next video of yours, just post it in the Facebook group and ask people to view it and share it and comment on it. And already you're going to get a few hundred people like immediately to jump on it. Now you've got a bunch of buzz. So even if you don't have a list or a following or anything like that, you have a community of people that can help and support you as you're growing your channel, which is powerful, very powerful.
So I've got a question from BR asking about the fifth module. What does the advanced strategies entail?
So that's everything we do with your videos once you upload it to YouTube. So we show you stuff like backlinking strategies, social bookmarking strategies, embedding strategies, how to use YouTube on blogs, things like I have a really cool strategy on how to do video responses or how to get video responses and how that can help with the rankings of your videos. But there's basically 17 different things I put out there on 17 different, I call them it's like a buffet line of tricks and tips that are all designed to help get your video ranked. See, YouTube has its algorithm, just like Google has its algorithm, and they're looking for certain factors as to which videos get to go to the top and which ones go to the bottom. So with that in mind, we just developed 17 different action items that you can do that will look good in YouTube's eyes so that your video can get ranked higher.
James, I have a question. You were talking before about when you're doing your keyword research in order to find, what keywords you should write a script about or do a video on. And you were saying over 10,000 searches on Google is great, right? Anything over 10,000 searches is great. Is there a way to find out how many people are searching for those things on YouTube? And should you compare the search results on YouTube to the search results on Google?
Yes, so here, this is a really important question. I obviously go into much more detail inside the course, but this is a great question. I do not use the YouTube keyword tool. It's really weird and finicky, and I just don't like it. Okay, but I use the Google keyword tool, and here's what I do, and we show you this in the course, is basically you find your group of keywords on the Google keyword tool, and then you type those keywords into YouTube to see what type of results you get back. And there's a kind of a formula we give you on like how many video results were there on YouTube, and then what were those top spots, how many views do those top spots have. See, a lot of people think, this is so funny, a lot of people try and reverse engineer YouTube and they say, oh, the videos at the top are the ones with a lot of views. It's actually, or that's why they're at the top, is because they have a lot of views. It's actually the other way around. They have a lot of views because they're at the top. And so there are some keywords, you can type them in, and they're at rank number 1, but they don't have a lot of views. Those are keywords that you want to avoid because people aren't searching those. So there's a little special formula, but yeah, you're always doing the research on YouTube and then Google.
Okay.
Definitely. Let me pull up another. I'm having some people who are actually having trouble buying the product. One person is behind a firewall at work. James, will they be able to buy this product in an hour or so, or a few hours?
Yeah, we'll leave the offer up for you. Just use that same link, or just like email it to yourself. And if anyone else is having any technical problems, our support email. If you guys want to put that, actually, I'll do it. Our support email is support@Video Traffic Academy. Let's make sure I spelled that right. Support@VideoTrafficAcademy.com, and they're standing by. If you have any questions or any issues at all, they're there to help you, and they'll take care of you. So, but it looks like most people are getting in just okay. Want to congratulate all the people that are taking action and signing up. We have Jay Samaldis. I apologize if I botched your name, guys. Andrew Lascelius, Roger Armstrong, Eric Strauss, Tanner Mahoney, Joan Urbaniak, Amar Khawaja, and C.W. Schwab. Let's see, Razul Davis. The list goes on and on. So,
it's great.
Awesome, guys. I know the countdown timer counted down, but if there's any other questions that you guys have that we didn't get to, I don't know if you guys see some more in there.
Look at this. This is a great comment. I can attest to this. I had a top-ranked Google search video, and another guy who took James's course created a video with the same title and took the top spot.
Yeah, I like when I hear those stories.
See, you ruined one of my readers' results, man. This is great. So can you schedule? Patricia is asking if you can schedule your posts on YouTube like you can on Facebook.
Yes, you can. You can schedule when your videos go public. You can also make videos unlisted until you want them to go public. So maybe you don't know when you want it to come out. You can just upload it but have it hidden, and then at a moment's notice you can make that thing go live, and then you can make it disappear again. So yes, but you can schedule them, and that's a really cool trick. I like that.
I've got actually a really interesting question from Maury about that interests me too, which is about viral videos. And what is it about viral videos that makes them go viral?
There was a study done. I forget who did the study, but there's a couple things at play. One of it has to do with the power of the emotion that's conveyed through the video, and how people identify with that emotion. Now, most of the time it's some sort of humor, but sometimes it's even something deeper, like an emotional, maybe something like nostalgic or something, like a deep emotional moving response. And if you can think back to any video that you've seen that maybe you yourself shared, why did you share it? Sometimes it's because you identify it on an emotional level. But there's another reason too, and it's that it's that whole signaling of when you share it, what you're really doing to like tell your friends or the people that follow you on Facebook and Twitter and all that stuff, is that you somehow identify with an element of that video. Maybe you're really into CrossFit and there's some crazy video about CrossFit and people like puking on themselves because they work out so hard, and you want to share that because you're like, yeah, I do CrossFit, I'm a part of that. And you identify with that culture, and so you're signaling to your friends, your followers, like, I identify with that. That's what makes me unique and different, and I want everyone to know that I'm unique just like everybody else. So those are like the two big reasons. However, I will say this, big disclaimer if I didn't say it before, I don't teach how to do a viral video. I don't recommend doing a viral video or attempting that. I don't think it's possible. There is no proven formula. As soon as there is a formula, it changes. This is the only proven way to get consistent results. And if you don't believe me, go try it. What I like to do is say, hey, follow this whole video SEO strategy. Use the keywords, use those topics, and then make your video emotional or funny or entertaining, etc. And then cross your fingers that it might just go viral as well. That should be more like a perk, but you really don't have full control over whether or not it's going to catch on and the world's going to share it.
That's definitely true. I find that emotional connection is a really, really important part to the most viral videos. I have a question here from David, who's asking about if there's a place for fiction videos in your type of YouTube optimization. Do you have any advice on that, or is your advice mostly oriented towards tutorials and how-to videos?
What do you mean by fiction videos? Does this mean like making like short skits and videos like that? If I'm assuming that's what he means, because I have like friends, film students and stuff that are always making videos and skits, like short films.
Well, what do you think about just he says like shorts and web series. Yeah.
So that's going to be really tricky in one sense and not in the other. So here's some feedback on that. First of all, what I teach, and like I said, I did at the beginning, it's really 90% of my teaching is for the business owner who knows, here's my customer avatar, here's the questions they have, here's what they struggle with. So it's really easy to say, oh, if I have a question about how to do XYZ, I just make a video about it. Now, if you're doing YouTube because you want to get income from the AdSense monetization program and you want to make fun videos, skits, shorts, etc., and you just want to get that AdSense money from the views, a great way that you can incorporate this strategy that you've learned today is leveraging current events, leveraging topical memes and things that are popular right here, right now, today. And so one example is he's not a good buddy, but I know him, I've met him, he's an awesome guy, is a guy named Kyle Cease. He's a comedian who, as soon as the Rebecca Black video came out, that Friday, that annoying song that was the #1 most viewed video. I believe it was just Gangnam Style that beat it out. But that was the most viewed video of YouTube when it came out, because everyone wanted to see how bad it was. he made a spoof video, also called Friday or Friday Spoof, and it received, like, I think it's his most viewed video. So if you can find things, celebrities, popular songs, things in the media, things that just happen, topical events, and use those in your keywords, as long as they're relevant. You don't just, like, say this is about Rebecca Black and it has nothing to do with her. It has to be relevant. You can leverage what people are searching in the moment and create stuff about that. So you got to look for real topical stuff, things that are happening right now that people are really fired up about. Get stuff out there fast, and that can make a huge difference for your viewership.
I'm pretty sure that
there's
James
great-
Swanwick is really, really, really familiar with Friday. I'm betting it's on the top 5 of his most
No,
played
I
songs
was
on his iTunes playlist. Right?
It's on his workout list. Yeah.
It's on his
workout playlist.
Next to Call Me Maybe.
I was actually going to say back in the day when I was a big Call Me Maybe fan from Carly Rae Jepsen, when I was YouTubing to watch the real video clip, I noticed that there were a couple of spoof videos of that video, and they had like 10 million views, and these were like just a bunch of people hanging out one day. It seems like they probably recorded it in an afternoon, edited it together nicely, changed the lyrics around and put it up, and that's got more YouTube views than some of the bands that are putting out their official videos. You know what I mean?
It's amazing. I know.
Great.
And if you remember a couple of weeks ago, or maybe it was just last week, that terrible story from Cleveland with the guy that had those 3 girls locked up in the house in Cleveland, and there was an interview with the guy afterwards, and he was hilarious the way that he was describing it, and people just took a little clip of that guy's TV interview and stuck it on their own YouTube channel, and that's got like 5 million views for people. So again, like James Wedmore was saying there, take a topical event or something that's in the news and maybe just put your own little spin on it and use those keywords, and you can actually get a ton of traffic that way.
Here's another great way. A friend of mine does this. Is he does fitness workouts, and when a new movie comes out, like these superhero movies, like X-Men, Spider-Man, and those Superman movies coming out or just came out, he takes the keyword of either the actor's name or the character's name and puts workout after it, like Hugh Jackman workout.
Wow.
And makes videos saying, so Hugh Jackman just starred in another Wolverine film. You can see he's even more ripped in this one than the last one. Here's some of the stuff he did, and blah, blah, blah. And people are searching that like crazy.
That's brilliant.
Especially as the release of the film gets closer and closer. People see the previews, like, oh my gosh, he's ripped in this. I want to look like that guy. And they literally are typing in Wolverine workout or Hugh Jackman workout.
So
and he gets the traffic.
That's awesome. So I got a question, James. I interviewed Bradley Cooper, the star of the Hangover movies, about 3 years ago when I was a Hollywood journalist in Los Angeles. And part of that interview, he gave me his workout. And it was a lot of spinning class, a lot of bike riding, a lot of circuit work. So, for example, if I pulled up that old interview and I then went into my YouTube channel and I called it Bradley Cooper Hangover Workout, and then I just described what he told me 3 years ago and maybe, put some nice graphics up, etc., would that be a good way of me driving traffic for people to watch that video to my YouTube channel? Is that moralistic? Should I not do that? What are your thoughts on that?
So I'll start by saying that if you type in Bradley Cooper workout, the first video has 232,000 views. So obviously people are searching it. The thing I would say is I would only do it if it's in line with your audience. Like, I wouldn't do it because I don't teach fitness. I don't have a fitness brand. I believe you do encompass fitness in everything you do, so it's really up to you. I don't know personally if there's any type of contracts or NDA disclosures that you have with, like, you're not allowed to share content from interviews that you've done, but I think it's, from a strategy standpoint, I think it's brilliant because it's a great keyword and it's a great story. You could be like, so I'm sitting down with Bradley and here's what he did. That's amazing on all those fronts. I think whether that's
Yeah,
a
there's
moral
there's,
decision you need to make. I don't know, but strategy standpoint, that's amazing. I say 100% yes.
and from a strategy point, would I then call that video Bradley Cooper hangover workout, or would I just call it Bradley Cooper workout, or the fact that the 200,000 views already belong to an existing video with those keywords, should I try to change it, or should I try to make it the same?
Well, what I would do, and I'm going to do it right now, is I would go into the Google keyword and truly see what the exact keyword is. I'm going to see if I can actually do it in real time for you guys, because you'd want to see exactly what people are searching for. So Bradley Cooper workout, and we'll do a search on that and see what kind of comes up there.
Okay.
Keyword ideas. So I'm in the Google keyword tool, guys. I know you guys can't see it on my screen because I'm using another computer. So I got one that's, which one is 9,000? No, it's not even that much. It's 1,600 searches at the moment. I'm sure it was something that was a very high search term at one point. You know, like it's a very topical that changes. I'm trying to see if there's another one that I like there. So most likely just Bradley Cooper workout.
Okay.
But it's not going to be that strong right now. Like if he comes out with a movie where he's a superhero, or he's someone where like he's predominantly doesn't have a shirt on, or he like the great example I bet which is really high right now. I don't know what movie. Oh, it was like the G.I. Joe movie where The Rock looks like 3 times bigger than he was. I mean, I guarantee like we type in The Rock workout. So it's totally up to you. I just want to compare it to another video. Let's see what The Rock workout looks like. Yeah, his is 27,100 searches right now. So you can go from a couple thousand a month to 27,000 a month because everyone is sitting there talking about it. They're going, what the heck did this guy do? Did he take steroids, or did he take a whole other level of steroids?
Yeah.
He like ate himself, and he's like 5 times bigger.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, anyways, those are just like fun little. This is where you just get creative, and you're like, what are people typing in, and how can I take advantage of that?
Definitely. Well, James, thank you so much for spending the time and coming and talking to my audience. I just want to let everyone know we're going to leave a link up, I guess, for another hour or so. videotrafficacademy.com/JSVIP. And yeah, thank you guys so much for coming out and attending. Swano, do you have anything that you wanted to add?
No, I'll just say, guys, like I said at the beginning, James Wedmore, really is, the world's best YouTube mentor for this kind of stuff. So get over there to www.videotrafficacademy.com/JSVIP and sign up to Video Traffic Academy. Grab it. Like I said at the beginning, I have implemented James's teachings myself. I'm going to be launching a few videos over the next couple of weeks based on the teachings that he's given me. I look forward to letting you guys know how it goes. But again, get over to videotrafficacademy.com/JSVIP, and James Wedmore and his teachings are really going to help you grow your business, drive traffic, and ultimately, make money from your business. James Wedmore, thank you so much.
Hey, thank you guys, and thank you everyone for hanging out and staying with us. We were on there for a while, so get out there, take action, and make some videos. For everyone that signed up, congrats and thank you. One action item for you guys, if you haven't already, when you're signed up, inside the members area, there is a button at the top called Community. Make sure to click on that. That's going to take you to our private Facebook group. Go request to join, and I'll accept you right now so that we can start or continue the conversation in there. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day or evening wherever you are in the world.
Great. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you guys next time on the next Hack the System webinar. Cheers.